Welcome to my channel, Mr.T, where history's most shocking stories come to life. Today, we're diving into some of the most daring and unbelievable prison escapes ever recorded in American history. From massive breakouts involving dozens of inmates to carefully planned escapes that fooled authorities for years. These stories sound more like Hollywood movies than real life events. So sit back and let's begin our journey. At number 1, the Texas 7 Escape 2000. In December 2000, 7 inmates at the John B. Connolly Unit in Texas carried out one of the most famous prison escapes in modern American history. The group spent months studying prison routines and identifying weaknesses in security. On the day of escape, they overpowered civilian supervisors, stole prison clothing, and gained access to maintenance areas. Using meticulous planning, they captured several prison employees and locked them away while they made their move. The inmates then escaped in a stolen vehicle and disappeared into the Texas countryside. For weeks, authorities launched a nationwide manhunt. The escapees committed several crimes while on the run, making the case even more urgent. Eventually, 6 members were captured, while one took his own life before arrest. The Texas 7 became a symbol of how a dangerous organized prison escapes can be and led to major security reforms in correctional facilities across the country. Number 2, the Alcatraz Escape, 1962. No list of prison escapes would be complete without the legendary escape from Alcatraz. Alcatraz Island, located in San Francisco Bay, was considered escape-proof. Strong currents, freezing water, and constant surveillance made it one of the most secure prisons in America. Yet, in June 1962, 3 inmates, Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin, attempted the impossible. Over several months, they secretly widened ventilation ducts using homemade tools. To avoid detection, they created realistic dummy heads from soap paper and human hair, placing them in their beds each night. Once their escape route was complete, the men crawled through the walls, reached the roof, and made their way to the shoreline. Using a homemade raft constructed from stolen raincoats, they disappeared into the darkness. Authorities never conclusively determined whether the men survived or drowned. To this day, the Alcatraz escape remains one of the greatest mysteries in criminal history. Number 3, the New Mexico State Penitentiary Breakout 1980. In February 1980, New Mexico State Penitentiary became the site of one of the most chaotic prison uprisings in American history. What began as inmate unrest quickly escalated into a violent riot involving hundreds of prisoners. During the chaos, many inmates gained temporary freedom within the prison grounds, and numerous prisoners attempted escape. Security systems collapsed as inmates seized control of large sections of the facility. The riot lasted more than 30 hours and exposed severe overcrowding, poor prison conditions, and inadequate security measures. Although many escape attempts were ultimately unsuccessful, the event remains one of the largest prison security failures ever recorded in the United States. The incident led to sweeping reforms in prison management nationwide. Number 4, The Libby Prison Escape 1864. One of America's largest prison escapes occurred during the Civil War. Libby Prison in Richmond, Virginia, held Union officers captured by Confederate forces. In early 1864, prisoners secretly began digging a tunnel beneath the prison. The work took weeks and required incredible secrecy. Finally, on the night of February 9th, more than 100 Union officers crawled through the tunnel and escaped. The escape stunned Confederate authorities. Although many were later recaptured, dozens successfully reached Union territory. At the time, it became one of the largest successful prison escapes in American history and demonstrated extraordinary determination under extreme conditions. Number 5. The Arizona State Prison Escape, 1978. In July 1978, two inmates at Arizona State Prison engineered a remarkable breakout. Gary Tyson and Randy Greenawalt escaped with outside assistance from family members. After obtaining weapons, they overpowered guards and fled. The escape quickly evolved into a massive manhunt across the Southwest. The fugitives traveled hundreds of miles, evading capture for weeks. Authorities from multiple states joined the search effort. The case attracted national attention due to its scale and the dangers posed by the escapees. Eventually, law enforcement cornered the fugitives, ending one of the most intense prison escape pursuits in modern U.S. history. The history of American prisons is filled with incredible escape stories. Some relied on careful planning, others on luck, and a few on sheer determination. Whether it was the mystery of Alcatraz, the organized strategy of the Texas Seven, or the massive tunnel escape from Libby prison, these events challenged law enforcement and changed prison security forever. Many of these escapes exposed weaknesses in prison systems and led to reforms that continue to influence correctional facilities today. If you enjoyed this journey through history's most daring prison escapes, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out another fascinating story. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, and keep exploring history with Mr. T.